Hi everybody and welcome to Control Tech Review. My name's David. I've had my SMEG drip filter coffee machine for a year now and I thought I'd review it to see if it stood the test of time. Here at Control Tech Review, the aim of the game is to see if an appliance or piece of technology has stood the test of time and still does what it was originally designed to do. As we move away from this disposable culture, and rightly so, I want to review whether or not those gadgets that we've got at home have managed to stand the test of time and whether or not they're just filler for the garbage tip. So in today's video, I'll be going over the functions and features of the SMEG drip coffee machine, and we're going to talk about some of its features and functions, and I'm also going to go over how well it's worked and whether or not I've had any problems with it since I've purchased it. I also want to let you know whether or not all the movable parts are still working and are in good working order. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give this coffee machine a shakedown to see whether or not it was a good investment and something that is worth sinking your money into. Let's start with its price and features. So it's RRP, it's about £200, but you can get them if you shop around. At the moment you can get this lime green version for about 160 quid on Amazon. SMEG sells the machine in a variety of colours and I'll be reviewing the lime green version. They are all the same when it comes to the spec, so just pick the colour you like the most. The machine is a drip coffee machine with a 1.4 litre water reservoir. I found accessing the water reservoir a bit tricky when pouring the water into the machine, and the carafe itself holds 1.25 litres. The coffee machine can make up to 10 cups in one go, and it can keep your coffee warm for up to 40 minutes after the brewing has finished. There are 4 buttons on the front of the machine to either side of the digital clock. The first button is the brewing start button, the second button is the aroma intensity button, the third is the 4-cup function, and the fourth is the auto start button. There is also a small knob sticking out the side of the machine which you can use to set the clock. The first button is pretty much self-explanatory, but the second button deserves a little bit more explanation. The aroma intensity button gives you some control over how strong the coffee is. So by hitting the aroma intensity button, the water will pass over the coffee a little slower, intensifying the brew. In my honest opinion, I found little difference between the two settings. The 4-cup button brews a smaller batch of coffee, and it does to make enough for 2 decent sized mugs, good old British sized mugs. And the auto start button is also self-explanatory. You can set a start time before going to bed, but I don't use it because I want fresh water in the morning and I have variable wake up times. But if you've got a set schedule, then you can have the auto start make your brew at about 6 o'clock in the morning, so you'll have it ready for about 6:15 when you get up. In terms of how well this machine has lasted, what needs to be noted is in terms of the button, they have worn really well. They appear to be made of a really good quality silicone, and the pictures on the buttons have not worn or faded. In general, except for the heated plate, the machine has not faded in colour or become discoloured in any way due to heat. It still looks fresh and in pretty good condition. Now, the machine has a reusable filter which has also worn very well and is nowhere in need of replacement. The mesh is still tight and there are no signs of damage. I always wash the filter in a light soapy warm water solution to keep it clean and remove the buildup of coffee oils and granules. When it comes to the maintenance of the machine is very easy to descale, and it has a auto detect system, so it tells you when it needs to be descaled. The machine is well built and it still operates as well as it did when I first purchased it. Nothing has warped, discoloured or broken, and this machine has been in daily use. I am also really impressed with the quality of the carafe. I have had so many machines where the carafe gives up, cracks and breaks or shatters under the constant cooling and warming, but this carafe has lasted extremely well. I don't believe it is Pyrex, but it is great quality. On balance, I believe the coffee machine has aged well. It still makes a great coffee, and the 40-minute post-brewing warming program works extremely well. Again, I don't use the auto start function, but if I were to start using that now, I believe it would work just as well as the day I bought it. So, would I recommend this product to someone who was looking for a mid-range drip filter coffee machine? Well, yes. I've had it just over a year. I use it on a daily basis, and it still looks as good as the day I bought it, and it still functions as good as the day I bought it. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this review. So if you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, please tell me why. And if you have had a different experience to this, to mine with regards to this coffee machine, please leave a comment and let me know, because you know we need to give a fair review out there, and if someone's looking at making an investment in this machine, they need to understand if there are people out there who haven't had as good an experience. So please leave your comments. See you around, guys.